Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme love horoscope for the general collective for the time frame that is between August 9th, 2026 through August 15th of this year of 2026. With that said, let's get into your horoscope. So the relational landscape of mid-August 2026 demands a profound and irreversible shift from fragmented emotional reactivity to harmonious, deeply intentional partnership. As the lunar cycle wanes into a slender crescent, the collective heart is stripped of its usual diplomatic padding, creating an atmosphere where attraction is sparked not by prolonged, ambiguous courtship rituals, but by bold, authentic action and direct communication. There is a palpable, vibrating tension in the air between the desire to leap forward into the unknown and the meticulous insistence on checking the structural integrity of the ground before taking the leap. The friction manifests in relationships as a critical period where minor, previously overlooked habits or communication gaps are suddenly magnified under a harsh spotlight. The trajectory of romantic outcomes during this specific window depends entirely on whether this scrutiny is wielded as a weapon of resentment or as a tool for necessary constructive refinement. Partners who can translate this analytical energy into tangible acts of service, clear boundary setting, and respectful dialogue will forge a deeper, more resilient trust that can withstand future storms. Those who default to relentless nitpicking or critical superiority will trigger defensive retreats, accelerating relational fractures and pushing their partners toward emotional exit strategies. Beneath this active, sometimes volatile surface, a profound generational restructuring of attachment is underway, driven by the simultaneous retrograde motion of slow moving outer planets. Displacement forces a rigorous, often uncomfortable re-evaluation of personal autonomy within the context of union. The outdated, deeply ingrained paradigm that equates love with the surrender of individual identities being systematically and permanently dismantled. You are being called to establish boundaries that are not walls of isolation, but clear, compassionate guidelines that protect the integrity and sovereignty of both individuals. Concurrently, lingering romantic illusions are dissolving, stripping away the comforting fantasy of a savior partner and demanding that you confront the stark, unvarnished reality of who actually stands before you. This can manifest as a temporary, necessary cooling of passion, a sense of relational ambiguity, or a profound disillusionment that ultimately clears the fog, ensuring that any commitment moving forward is built on absolute truth rather than codependent enmeshment. The relentless transformative journey of deep psychological planets continue to revolutionize the foundational power dynamics of all human alliances, ruthlessly exposing and dissolving any residual patterns of control, manipulation, jealousy, or emotional hostage taking. Relationships that cannot evolve into true egalitarian collaborations based on mutual empowerment will face inevitable, unavoidable separation as the universe aggressively clears away inauthentic bonds that no longer serve the highest evolutionary good. Conversely, those willing to embrace radical emotional transparency and mutual empowerment will experience a mystical, transformative deepening of their bond, forging a connection that is uniquely tailored to their shared path. Overarching this entire emotional recalibration is the radiant, expansive influence of the sun and the great benefic in the proud, expressive sign of the lion. This celestial configuration acts as a powerful warming counterweight to the analytical and restructuring energies, insisting that love must ultimately be a source of joy, pride, and creative expression. It demands that you step fully into your relational worth, refusing to settle for dynamics that require you to shrink, hide, or apologize for your authentic desires. The romantic outcomes available during this specific window are fiercely directional. You are being guided away from the exhausting, soul-draining labor of trying to perfect your partner and toward the liberating grace of demanding a love that honors your inherent dignity. As the lunar cycle reaches its absolute zero point with a total solar eclipse, the collective emotional mandate shifts from impulsive assertion to a complete necessary rebirth. This is the sacred, unavoidable space where you must courageously let go of outdated attachment patterns, forgive past relational trespasses, and surrender the futile need to control how another person chooses to love you. The time for overthinking, analyzing, and fearing has definitely passed, replaced by a clear, uncompromising demand for authentic, balanced, and deeply empowering connection. As the moon begins its waxing journey, emerging from the darkness with a sliver of renewed light, the atmosphere turns tender, sensitive, and highly receptive to new beginnings. This is the sacred space where a true emotional reset occurs, allowing for a gentle, nurturing reconnection that prioritizes psychological safety, deep listening, and the quiet, reassuring power of physical presence over performative or transactional romance. The primary battleground for romantic dominance shifts into the realm of ideas, words, and daily interactions, ensuring that wit, rapid-fire banter, and the ability to engage in stimulating, non-defensive debate become the ultimate aphrodisiacs. However, the shadow of this placement is a dangerous tendency toward verbal impulsivity, where sharp, unfiltered words are deployed to win a momentary argument at the severe expense of the partner's long-term emotional security. The success of your commitment trajectory hinges on mastering the crucial pause between feeling an emotional trigger and articulating it. You must learn to separate the desire to be right from the desire to be connected, recognizing that intellectual victory is a hollow prize if it leaves the relationship emotionally bankrupt. By embracing the harmonious, balancing energy of the planet of love in its home sign of the scales, you open the door to a relational dynamic that is not only deeply fulfilling and secure, but also profoundly aligned with your highest emotional truth. The universe is actively clearing the path for your most authoritative, prosperous, and deeply fulfilling romantic chapter yet, demanding that you drop your analytical armor and simply experience the radiant grace of authentic connection. Now, that is what I had for you today, Collective. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to like this video or comment this video or share this video or hype this video or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, or hype our channel by letting your friends and acquaintances who might benefit from it know about it. All those acts would be great and greatly appreciated and would sure make my day. Now, there's a magical service being offered in the description box. Feel free to check it out. It could be very useful. This is a magical channel after all. And do stay in tune with future uploads of the channel, as I always do try to keep fresh stuff on here for y'all. All sign readings, sign-specific readings, longs and shorts, divinations and astrology readings, and whatever else you'd like to see if feasible. Beyond that, I thank you so much for your time and for being here and for being part of our channel and being part of our network, being part of our circle, being part of our tribe, and supporting this space of ours that is this channel. And so until the next time, blessings.